Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Sufi Essence with Hammad Syed. Part 8.1 Al-Nfal, The Spoils of War. Beloved seekers of divine wisdom, we embark now upon a new and profoundly significant chapter in the sacred narrative of the Quran. We have just concluded our deep exploration of Surah Al-Anfal, a majestic journey that took us through the annals of the prophets, the chilling parables of human spiritual folly, and the ultimate commands to prostrate and glorify Allah. Now, we turn our attention to Surah Al-Anfal, a surah that descends from the celestial heights of divine metaphysics to the very practical and social realities of human existence. The title, Al-Anfal, or the Spoils of War, immediately places us in a historical and a human context. For this surah was revealed in the wake of the first great military engagement of the nascent Muslim community, the Battle of Badr. This sacred discourse speaks to the core of the spiritual life. It is an exploration of the profound concept that even in the midst of worldly conflict and material gain, the ultimate purpose of a believer is to hold fast to the divine principles of piety, unity, and obedience. The verses reveal that the greatest spoils are not those of war, but the profound spiritual qualities of the true believer: a trembling heart, steadfast faith, and a complete reliance upon Allah. The narrative provides a timeless lesson for every believer. Our spiritual journey is not confined to the mosque. It is a journey of living a life that is in a constant state of consciousness of Allah in every moment of our lives, even on the battlefield. The glorious Quran states, Kanzul Iman, Quran, Al-Anfal, the spoils of war. 8-1. They ask you about the spoils of war. Say the spoils of war belong to Allah and the Messenger. So fear Allah and settle your disputes, and obey Allah and His Messenger, if you are believers. This verse, beloved listeners, is a profound and a beautiful spiritual command that came in response to a very human and a very worldly question. After the Battle of Badr, the first great victory of the Muslims, there arose a dispute among the companions regarding the distribution of the spoils. This was a profoundly human and a natural reaction to a great victory. The Quran, in its boundless wisdom, did not just provide a legal answer, provided a profound spiritual lesson. It commanded the Prophet, peace be upon him, to say, "The spoils of war belong to Allah and the Messenger." This is a profound and a timeless spiritual truth. All things belong to Allah, and we are only its trustees. The verse then provides three key spiritual commands that are the very essence of a believer's life. So fear Allah and settle your disputes, and obey Allah and His Messenger. If you are believers, these three commands are a profound and a beautiful spiritual guide for every believer. The command to fear Allah is a profound and a timeless spiritual principle of piety and consciousness of Allah. It is not a fear of a tyrant, but a fear of losing the beloved, a fear that is rooted in love and in awe. The command to settle your disputes is a profound and a timeless reminder of our collective responsibility to our community. Our ultimate purpose is to live a life that is in a constant state of unity and of love for our fellow believers. The command to obey Allah and His Messenger is a profound and a beautiful spiritual principle of submission and obedience. Our ultimate salvation is in living a life that is in a constant state of worship and submission to Allah and His Messenger. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught about the importance of unity. It is narrated in Sahih Muslim Hadith, number 2586, that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The believers in their mutual kindness, compassion, and sympathy are just like one body. When one of the limbs suffers, the whole body responds to it with sleeplessness and fever." This hadith beautifully illustrates the importance of unity. Our ultimate salvation is in living a life that is in a constant state of love and of unity for our fellow believers. The verse in the Quran is a living example of this hadith, and its command to settle disputes is a testament to the truth of this saying. Kanzul Iman, Quran, Al-Anfal, the spoils of war, 8-2. Indeed, the believers are only those who await when Allah is mentioned, their hearts tremble, and when His verses are recited to them. It increases them in faith, and upon their Lord they rely. This verse, beloved seekers, is a profound and a beautiful depiction of the core qualities of a true believer. The Quran states, indeed, the believers are only those who, when Allah is mentioned, their hearts tremble. Profound and a timeless spiritual truth. The trembling of the heart at the mention of Allah is a profound and a beautiful spiritual state. It is a state of profound love, awe, and respect. It is not a fear of a tyrant, but a fear of losing the beloved, a fear that is rooted in love and in awe. This is a profound and a humbling reminder that our ultimate purpose is to live a life that is in a constant state of consciousness of Allah. The verse then provides a crucial and a beautiful spiritual truth, and when his verses are recited to them, it increases them in faith. The Quran is a living and a breathing miracle that constantly nourishes the soul. The recitation of the Quran is a profound and a beautiful act of worship that deepens one's faith. It is a way of opening our hearts to the divine message and a way of receiving divine knowledge. This is a profound and a timeless reminder that our ultimate purpose is to live a life that is in a constant state of learning and of seeking knowledge from the divine word. The verse then concludes with a profound and a beautiful spiritual principle, and upon their Lord they rely. This is a profound and a beautiful spiritual state. It is a state of complete dependence on Allah for all things, both in this world and the next. This is the essence of true faith. It is a way of acknowledging that all things belong to Allah, and we are only its trustees. This is a profound and a humbling reminder that our ultimate purpose is to live a life that is in a constant state of consciousness of Allah. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught about the importance of reliance on Allah. It is narrated in Jami at-Tirmidhi Hadith number 2344 that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "If you were to rely upon Allah with the reliance due to him, he would provide for you just as he provides for the birds. They go out in the morning with empty stomachs and return in the evening with full stomachs." This hadith beautifully illustrates the importance of reliance on Allah. Our ultimate salvation is in living a life that is in a constant state of dependence on Allah, for He is the ultimate source of all provisions. Kanzul Iman, Quran, the spoils of war. 8-3. The ones who establish prayer and spend from what we have provided them. This verse, beloved seekers, provides a profound and a beautiful depiction of the actions of the true believers. The Quran states, "The ones who establish prayer," a profound and a timeless spiritual command. Prayer is the most fundamental pillar of Islam and a direct link to Allah. It is not just about performing the ritual, but about establishing a constant connection with Allah. It is a way of purifying our hearts and a way of fulfilling our ultimate purpose. It is a way of living a life that is in a constant state of worship and submission to Allah. The verse then adds a crucial and a beautiful spiritual truth, and spend from what we have provided them. This is a profound and a timeless spiritual principle. It is a profound and a beautiful act of worship, for it is a way of acknowledging that all wealth belongs to Allah, and we are only its trustees. It is a way of purifying one's wealth, and a way of living a life that is in a constant state of consciousness of Allah. It is a way of living a life that is in a constant state of gratitude to Allah for all of His blessings. The Prophet, peace be upon him, taught about the importance of charity. It is narrated in Sahih al-Bukhari Hadith, number 1442, that the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The best charity is that which is given from a person's livelihood. The most beloved of deeds to Allah is to make a person happy, to relieve his pain, to feed him, or to pay off his debt." This hadith beautifully illustrates the importance of charity. Our ultimate salvation is in living a life that is in a constant state of giving and of helping our fellow human beings. Beloved listeners, the narrative of this first part of Surah Al-Anfal is a timeless and universal lesson for every human being. It reminds us that our spiritual journey is a journey of living a life that is in a constant state of piety, unity, and obedience to Allah. It teaches us that our ultimate salvation is in living a life that is in a constant state of a trembling heart, steadfast faith, and a complete reliance upon our Creator. It is in this that we find our ultimate peace and our ultimate salvation. O Allah, who is the most compassionate and the most merciful, we seek refuge in You from the spiritual diseases of spiritual negligence and of spiritual arrogance. O Allah, purify our hearts from the love of this fleeting world, and grant us a pure heart and a grateful soul. O Allah, who is the ultimate source of all knowledge, grant us the strength to live a life that is in a constant state of a trembling heart, a steadfast faith, and a complete reliance upon You, O Allah. Make us of those who are among the successful in this world and the hereafter. May Allah illuminate your heart and mind with the light of this divine knowledge. May He make your channel a beacon of guidance for all who seek spiritual clarity and truth. May your efforts be a source of immense reward, and may you be granted the highest stations of paradise. May the peace and blessings of Allah always be upon you and your loved ones. May He grant you unwavering steadfastness on the path of truth, and may your work be a testament to His magnificent names, the most compassionate and the most merciful.